Screw you, refs. Seriously. These are only the few times, the few games that I saw that has been decided literally by the refs. Yes, by the refs. I'm serious about this. Especially when I saw 4 wrong calls, 2 phantom calls on the same player, former Patriot Trey Flowers. I was so pissed on the Lions-Packers game that I thought it was rigged. I thought those refs are trying their best for the Packers to win their game. And this gave me bitter taste in my mouth. I haven't been bitter since that Saints no call in the NFC Championship game. That's also a blatant call. No question about that, and it's on a conference championship game. But the Saints did have a chance. The Saints did have a chance to score a game-winning touchdown on an overtime. They just threw out an interception. The Rams win it. This I just saw the refs giving the Packers a good field position for Mason Crosby to score the game-winning field goal. As in, game over. And I'm completely pissed, along with the Lions fans, and not just Lions fans, fans of football as a whole. We're kind of pissed, and it's not just happening in this game. It's happening yesterday. It happened last week. It happened almost every week this season. As if the replacement refs were back, and badder and worse. Even on the first play, even in the first few drives of the game, when the Lions scored the first touchdown of the game, when one rep saying it's no good, he's down at the half-yard line, the other one said, nope, it's a touchdown. This reminds me of the Fail Mary. It's also against the Packers, you know. I don't know if the refs are just, okay, if you gave one call, they're gonna take it one away from you. They're gonna give one to the opponents just to balance it out. But really, 2 phantom calls on Trey Flowers, especially on that one call against left tackle David Bakhtiari, if I'm not mistaken on the pronunciation of the name. And what's the use of instant replay? What's the use of the challenge? Especially on that one call on the no PI. Really, what's the use of the challenge if this is useless after all? Come on, refs. And I'm calling you out, Alberto Riveron. I'm calling you out, Roger Goodell. If you guys don't fix this thing ASAP, you would lose your fans. You would lose NFL more fans than you ever imagined. This is slowly destroying the integrity of the NFL. I'm saying this. And yes, and the NFL's in the 100th anniversary. Remember that during that centennial period, and this is happening. What will happen to the future of the game? Will the fans will resign to the fate wherein games will be decided by the refs? Who will be favored by the refs call? Will be favored by the penalties? It's just like, who will win the Super Bowl? I'm a Pats fan, but I'm not biased about this. There are plenty of blatant calls that I'm kind of pissed off, especially that Week 6 game against the Giants. I know it's during garbage time wherein they didn't call a PI on the safety. Come on, seriously. Even that Ravens call wherein, is that roughing the passer on Lamar roughing the passer against the Steelers on Lamar Jackson? Are you kidding me? I can't believe it. I'm kind of pissed. So pissed. And not just me, not just NFL fans, but former NFL players, NFL analysts, even commentators. Even Booger McFarland. He's a subpar commentator, announcer to me. But I'll give him props for calling out the refs. And if even legends, NFL legends, are calling out the refs as well in the missed calls. And when they call that out, you know that something's wrong with the league. You know something's wrong with the league. Can't tell you that. If this continues as if it is scripted, this is more like a WWE game. People will switch from watching the NFL to watching something else, maybe like soccer, NHL, NBA, or maybe esports. You know, League of Legends and Dota community are growing, and even other esports games, they are growing. They have to be careful. Even college football have better officiating than this. NFL should be the gold standard, and this is what they're gonna give us week after week after week. These games are giving us bitter taste, okay? And we're pissed. Might as just well tell us who will be the Super Bowl winner already. Might as well give the Super Bowl to one of the big markets. Who knows? Maybe the Cowboys, the Packers, the Patriots, the Giants, whatever. Or maybe they're just setting up. They're just setting up for golden boys like Mahomes, Brady, Rodgers, even Dak Prescott. Oh yeah, I remember that last week's call on the Cowboys Packers game as well. Wherein is that roughing the passer? Really? We don't know about this anymore. I don't know. They have to fix this fast. Maybe inserting a VAR-like system, or a Sky referee, whatever. I don't care if it's gonna slow the game a little bit. I don't care about it, because the modern NFL is pushing for perfection. They're pushing for calls, for clean calls, wherein they don't want to let things happen again. But things still happen like this. At least reduce it. Not every week we will see blatant calls like this, which really influence the outcome of the game. At least there would be someone who's gonna second the motion, or maybe they're gonna say, if the referee said, okay, it's a penalty, then the one in the NFL headquarters saying, nope, it's not, change it. I want to see that on the NFL. in the future. Because we are tired of being screwed by the refs, by the officials. We are tired of being screwed by bad calls. Enough is enough. So would you please, Roger Goodell, Alberto Riveron, it's either fix this, if not, just resign. Or maybe hire full-time referees, fully trained referees, knowing the game as we know it. The NFL is in big trouble. They are in dire straits. And I don't know when will this debacle end. And also, it also influenced the fate of the squads. Packers are now number 1. The Lions should be number 1. Now they're at the bottom of the NFC North. They could, and this may cost them a place in the playoffs, which would be devastating. And if I were a Lions fan, I would be pissed. But I would say the Lions, they kind of waste some efforts there. Instead of converting for touchdowns, they convert for field goals. But for us Lions, for the Lions fans, I would say move on from this debacle. Don't dwell too much on this game. Just move on. Focus on the Vikings and make every single team pay by performing your best. I hope the Lions would pay back the NFL by performing their best, by speaking out through their actions, and that is to win. Defeat the Vikings, defeat the Packers at Ford Field, destroy them if they have to, just to prove that they're better than them. Destroy the Bears. Beat them. As in, beat them. And we'll see what will happen. The Lions should move on from this eventually. They should not dwell on this one. They should take it one game at a time. Because dwelling in this painful loss would not do them any good. They have to move on. They have to focus on the next game and bounce back. One pride. So that's gonna be it. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you guys on my upcoming videos. PTHero here, signing off. I'm still pissed.